Well, I was there during an ice storm, and the city just could not deal with it. Like, there was just... they didn't salt the roads, they were just completely paralyzed. And I was just like... We were, like, stuck in the house for, like, days. Because... ice wouldn't melt.
Other than that, what did you think about it?
Well, I feel like it says something about the city, and that if this happens on a regular basis, it would drive me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I think that the same thing kind of happened in Seattle, like when I was up there. Like they kept saying, "Oh, this is really rare," you know, like it was raining and storming and all of that. But I'm like, but it happens every year. So why haven't you figured out a way to deal with this? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in Portland, I liked it, but it rained a lot, and I was traveling by bicycle, which was not fun.
It rains a lot.
The thing about the rain, though, is usually it would rain and we'd hide under like a little awning and wait it out. You could wait 10 minutes and then it would stop.
Go on.
And then you could go like another couple blocks and then it would rain.
Okay. So is that cute or not cute?
It was sort of fun, but it would annoy me if I wasn't on vacation. You know, it was like a vacation visiting friends. If I was trying to get to work, no. No. I must say there was kind of like this queerness to it.
There should be.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like amazing. Sorry.
There was supposed
They had a lot of rivers, like some rivers that I like that water.
It's so beautiful there, and the people are so nice. They're so much nicer than the people in the Bay Area.
Right. Maybe you were there for a weekend though.
Yeah, and people were fucking so nice.
People in San Francisco could be nice for a weekend.
But they're not.
Do you pay them?
All straight people.
There are a ton of fucking queer people. They're just not all gay men, so like it feels weird for gay men to go up there and not see people like them. That's every okay, serious for real. Every single person and the only people that have told me they didn't like Portland have been gay men. The only people.
I'm not a gay man.
Or like gay. Alright. The people that have told me they didn't like it have been like.
Really fair, because you know that my sense of community.
Oh, it aims to be very diverse, but it actually really isn't.
Portland.
But I think it's interesting because like you go on a train and they're like instructions in like 6 languages, and so I think, yeah.
The first mall that was ever built in the country is in Portland.
Really?
Yep.
You wouldn't think so. So I went to Kansas City, right? So Kansas City, there was a family medicine conference with a large residency fair. So I went to like check out all the residencies. So it was like this huge conference hall and like residencies from all over the country, right? So I was gonna come up back to the West Coast, and I was like, Portland is definitely on my list. So I went, so, you know, you go from, like, table to table, and, like, by the end of the day, you're, like, super tired, because, like, it's like you're interviewing. Like, you're on best behavior at each table, because you might meet these people again, right? So at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go visit one more table. I'm gonna go to Oregon. I'm gonna go to Oregon Health Sciences, I'm gonna go, right? So my friends and I were like, the 3 of us, we go, and by the time I got there, I was like so tired. So like, my friends were like all excited about it, they were asking all these questions, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a chill, I'm gonna listen to what they have to say, I'm just gonna stand here and just, you know, just do my thing. And I looked around, and I'm like, they're wearing really, really ugly shoes.
Oh, Portland.
Okay, Portland. My story is a little different because I probably wouldn't have thought of moving there just for the place itself, but there's a really kick-ass ad agency there, White and Kennedy, and I have friends that work there, and there was this position, and they're like, "You need someone now. Like, send your resume." And I'm like happy in Hawaii, but it's like to not send your resume and like interview at this place would be just like the dumbest thing ever, basically.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'll go through it. So in a matter of a week, it was like, there's this job, send your resume, do the phone interview. Okay, we're flying you out now.
Oh.
Yeah, and I hadn't really planned on leaving Hawaii, so it was kind of crazy on a bunch of different levels. Because then I had to think about like the boyfriend too, and he wasn't thinking about leaving, and I was like, okay, because potentially if I got the job, I would be leaving in like a month or something.
Right.
So it was just insane. But as far as like once we got there and everything, I talked to a bunch of people before we went, and I'm like, is the rain really that bad? And to tell you the truth, vast majority was like, no, it's not as bad as they say. Everyone just like, talks shit. And then when I got there, I asked the same question of everyone that I talked to, and people were like, no, it is different, but you get used to it, and it's really not that bad. And when I was there for like the day and a half or whatever, it was actually really sunny. And they were like, okay, so don't think it's gonna be like this all the time, but that like it's not always like ugly as poo and wet. So
Ugly as poo.
but the thing that's cool there is it's like the only kind of like new emerging, like growing, not big city, but like on the West Coast, and like the real estate is awesome still right
Yeah.
now, but like kind of getting to a place where it might be coming to a close. So like that was really enticing, and I don't know. I would have definitely tried it out if I got the job.
Oh.
It didn't work out like at the time, but like not for reasons that they didn't want me, but I still might end up moving there actually.
Really?
Yeah, because they love
Could
me.
be a
Just
reason to go.
yeah, right. But I have no family there. Like I have a handful of friends, and I was only there for a day. But they have awesome food. Like
Yeah, I
the
heard they have smoked
food.
toast. I'm allergic to wheat and then all this like alternative shit.
Yeah, totally. So that's the part that I was like, okay, this is like kind of
What kind of food?
like taking the really cool parts about San Francisco and like bringing it to a place that's a little bit smaller. I don't know. It's just the outdoor thing too. Like,
Yeah.
and everyone's on bikes, which is
Yeah,
also
it's really bike friendly.
yeah.
It's all flat and people drive slow and
Yeah.
Things are
They
kinda close
respect
together.
The people on the two wheels that aren't motored, because in Hawaii it's so not like that.
Mm-hmm.
People just like don't know to look out for bikers,
Right.
so it's kind of dangerous and freaky. But I would definitely live there for like a period and try it out. Like, and I'm not saying that just because
yeah.
it's really truly. But that was the only time I've been there. So I don't know if it's like kind of skewed.
No, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, totally.